What's up, keys and queens? Welcome back to Bad Habits Kingdom. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. Excuse me. To our new subscribers, if you would like a free Bad Habits Kingdom t-shirt, let me know. All you got to do is email me at badhabitsking@gmail.com and I will make sure you get a free Bad Habits Kingdom t-shirt. I'm actually going to be ordering some next weekend, so they should be here within a month or so, and I will make sure you guys get that, okay? For those of you that already did email me and did not get them last round, I wasn't able to afford a whole lot, so I will make sure you get them this next go around, okay? If you would like to help contribute to more t-shirts, guys, excuse me, go to the GoFundMe account in the link below, and definitely every donation counts. And also, if you would like to help tribute to getting toys for the kids at the Children's Hospital here in Las Vegas, you can go to the GoFundMe account in the link below. We are going to be going on the weekend on the 18th of September. So if you would like to help contribute to that, definitely go to the GoFundMe account and donate. The kids love the toys. We have to buy them brand new toys. They don't take used toys at the hospitals. So we're trying to go at least once a month. We already went in August, so we're going to be going next weekend on the weekend of the 18th. So drop off some toys. So like I said, every donation counts. Go to the GoFundMe account and donate so we can get some more toys. All right, guys. So tonight's video, we are going to be talking about the fall, the scammer, the biggest YouTuber to flop, Austin McBroom. Now, here is a guy from the Ace Family YouTube channel that was up here and scammed his own subscribers and his own supporters. Like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Like, when I was looking into this, I was just like so ashamed. Just like, man, your own subscribers. You got 19 million subscribers and you are trying to screw them over. I have 1,600 subscribers. I love my subscribers to death. I get so happy. I literally check on the tools on YouTube, and every time I get one new subscriber, I'm like, oh, man, that is awesome. I love you guys. I try to give out free t-shirts just because to show my appreciation. If I had 20 million, 19 million, even a million, I would be like, oh my God, I would try to do everything I can to make them happy. You know, it's like, man, you can't do that. That is so wrong. Okay. So let's say what he first does. First, Austin McNichols. All right. He starts the Ace Family podcast back in, I think, in 2016 with his girlfriend, Catherine. Him and his girlfriend start this YouTube channel because apparently, I don't know how, but it says professional basketball player, Austin McNichols. I don't know how it says professional basketball player online about him because I never once seen him in a pro jersey. Okay. Me personally, professional is the NBA. I know they got professional leagues all around the world. Don't get me wrong, but professional to me is the NBA. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not hating on the other leagues. That's just what I think when I think about professional basketball leagues. Okay. And he says professional basketball player. And I'm like, how? He didn't even go to like big time schools or anything like that. You know, it said like all-star player and everything like that. I'm like, what? Like the school he went to, I never ever heard of. Like, come on, man. You're not an all-star, NBA all-star, okay? I never ever heard of you ever playing basketball until I looked this up, okay? The only thing I knew is you were in the social media game, okay? So the basketball career apparently goes down the drain. He goes through a depression. Him and his girlfriend start a YouTube channel. I don't remember the original name, but they ended up changing it to the Ace Family, which is a pretty cool name, the Ace Family YouTube channel. I mean, that is a cool name, okay? Now, apparently when it started, it was just them doing pranks on each other. Just like when we started Bad Habits Kingdom, that's what my queen and I, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make it to where it was pranks on each other and stuff like that, but it ended up being a podcast instead, which is still cool, but we also still do pranks and everything like that. Thank you. So, thank you. So we do pranks and stuff, but still, you know, it's more of a podcast that I like to do. But apparently it takes off, okay? His YouTube channel blows up. You know, his videos go viral, and he ends up with 19 million subscribers, okay? Then he ends up making a lot of money because he has those 19 million subscribers, okay? But apparently the money really got to him. I think when people get money, they get too much power, and then they just feel like getting more and more and more. I don't know why that is, but apparently with Austin, that's what happened, because this guy just screwed so many different people. He's getting sued right now for over $100 million. $100 million. That's what he's getting sued for. I think last time I checked, he was worth 22 million, and that actually went down to 2 million. So I don't know if that's true, if that's, accurate, but apparently that's what it does say online. I saw two different ones. One said 2 million, one said 22. So I don't know if it was just a type up of someone double clicked at 22, or someone was trying to hit it and just hit it the one time. I don't know. So he ends up just ruining his entire family. So him and his wife, or him and his girl, ended up getting married, ended up having a kid. So now the Ace family is actually really an Ace family. And when you become a subscriber, you become a part of an Ace family member. Just like with me, when you become a subscriber, you become a queen or king. That's what I say, a Bad Habits family. But Ace family member, I guess they did. I don't know. So he ends up doing a boxing match. Now, what's been going on lately with YouTubers and TikTokers and stuff like that? They've been getting into boxing. The Paul brothers are killing it in the boxing industry, actually. I think these two brothers, they are true kings when it comes to YouTube. Okay, that's one thing I do want to say about the Paul brothers. These guys, they take boxing very seriously. They're the kings of YouTube. I know damn well they want to screw over their subscribers. That's for damn sure. They're the ones that we look up to and, admire and stuff for their success, to show us that it is possible to have a great YouTube channel and everything like that. It depends what you do. They even have the Impulsive podcast, Logan Paul and my
friend Austin McBroom. What the fuck is going on there, Jake?
You tell me. I mean, he just called me out. He posted an Instagram photo. I mean, obviously, I have one of the biggest events and fighting events in history coming up, and so people are gonna start calling me out. And I'm down. Like like I said, I have a list of people, like Santa's list, and I'm just
is it a good list or a naughty list?
I'm just crossing them off one time. That was weird. But Austin McBroom, he could be on the list. I mean, his wife is in my DMs.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, sure.
There's a lot of controversy about this.
We got a list too.
You got is this a game?
Sure.
Love games.
Who wants some with Jake Paul? We'll get back to that DM infidelity in a second. Yeah.
On it. I don't own a house. That's why I put it on it.
What? What do you mean, Catherine's in your DMs?
Yeah.
That's Cap.
No, she is.
We're saying what?
She's just like, what's up?
Oh man, this podcast is getting so many views. I'm so happy.
The clips.
I don't want to go into detail.
Wait. Recently?
Yeah. And then she was like, why'd you delete that story? What the fuck? As soon as I posted it.
Oh, you really don't give a fuck anymore.
Why would I give a fuck if my side chick's DMing me?
Oh no! You just spilled a lot of silly juice, bro. You just spilled a lot of silly juice. I can't believe that.
Oh Lord, help us!
Oh God, hey,
that's
so uncomfortable. I'm so close to him.
Oh Lord.
What?
No, I'm just fucking.
What are there any chances she was hitting you up for to discuss COVID regulations or something like that,
or to be a nanny? She got all those kids.
I mean,
SUP is a loaded. I think it gets a lot of
Everyone knows what that means.
Legislation discussion.
I think it's just like a DM. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go into.
Did you respond?
Depth. Yeah. Of course. I mean, you have to flirt side chick.
Well, it just seems like
something. I forgot his name. They have a cool podcast called Impulsive, which is actually really cool to watch. I watch it all the time, actually. But they started doing the boxing thing, which is cool. And he ends up starting this company called Social Gloves. Now, Social Gloves, he tried to say at first that he did not own the company, but he actually does. So he ends up fighting a big time TikToker by the name of Bryce Hall. Now, actually, this fight did become a big time event. It got $2.5 million apparently on pay-per-view. They sold 136,000 tickets. And nobody has gotten paid. Now, apparently, from Austin's point of view, is that Social Gloves is not bankrupt. Now, I don't know how, because they are getting sued left and right now because nobody's gotten paid for the event, including Austin, apparently.
So Social Gloves is not bankrupt at all.
Keep going. Okay.
The second thing is saying that fighters did not get paid. Yes, fighters have not got paid yet, including myself. But that is because LiveX Live. So let me break down LiveX Live and how Social Gloves works, right? Just in case the fans don't really know how boxing events happen, right? So you got Social Gloves, which is the promotion company that put together the event, right? That organized the fights, that put together the event. LiveX Live is a live stream partner. In order for an event to take place, you need a live stream partner, right? Everyone thinks that Social Gloves just did everything. No. Social Gloves partnered with LiveX Live, who live streamed it and collected everybody's money, right? So the reason why the fighters haven't got paid yet is because LiveX Live has been holding on to all the funds. They have not paid Social Gloves one penny. And that's why Social Gloves is suing LiveX Live. Does that make sense?
That's
Does that make
crazy.
sense? It's fucked up. It really is.
That's
Does that make
crazy.
sense? It's fucked up. It really is. And I couldn't speak on it before just because I didn't want to be sued.
Yeah.
I never mentioned LiveX Live, not once until today, because I was able to now.
So what's
and
your
it's very-
message to Bryce Hall, because he's talking legal action?
No, he was saying his legal team is involved.
Yeah,
I've been
exactly.
talking with the fighters. Everyone's understanding. They all know the situation, especially Bryce Hall, since he was paid the most. He's actually been with me through the process. He's been hearing conversations.
Are you guys
He knows,
cool
and,
now?
me and Bryce, yeah, we're hella cool. But it's unfortunate because no one really knows the number of pay-per-view buys we did.
Okay.
Creators like Logan Paul saying we did 100,000. Obviously, he's gonna throw dirt on it because he sees me as a threat. He's in the same field I'm in, so it makes sense. I'm not mad at him. It's gonna happen, and it's a part of the game. Then you got other creators like KSI saying we did 300,000. So no one really knows.
Right.
On the other hand, we got Gibb, who's one of the fighters that was in the event. He heard we did over 2 million pay-per-view buys, and that was in the locker room.
So how do you authenticate?
And we're gonna find that.
How long do you think it'll take for the fighters to get paid?
Hearing from me, straight from me, the fighters will be paid before the next event. Because Social Gloves 2 is coming very soon. As you all know,
when is
KSI
it?
is talking that shit.
When's the window of time?
He's talking that shit, right?
Right.
He's gonna catch that smoke. Logan's been talking that shit, but he needs a win. Before stepping to me, he needs to beat somebody. I think a good fight would be him versus Bryce.
Sure. Is that going to be this year,
Me and KSI?
the next fight?
I say that you guys know somebody that wants to smoke. I've been hearing Gibb wants to smoke, Vinny wants to smoke.
Hey, what about Blueface? He fought tonight.
He did fight tonight. Shout out to Blueface. Anybody that gets to the ring, I got mad love, mad respect.
Yeah.
But I also want to say,
Would you fight
Hey, what
Blueface?
about you fighting?
You think he's snuffy?
You got the blue on tonight.
But he was bragging about to the Paul brothers how he made $2.5 million in pay-per-view. So I don't know if he did make some money without telling people, he just didn't want to pay anyone, or what. But first, let's go, before we get ahead of himself, the first thing he does that really ticks me off. Okay, this guy's been talking about getting a basketball event together. I am so sorry, guys. A basketball event together, and the money's going to be going to charity. They're going to donate $100,000 to charity. Apparently, it comes together over $400,000. Now, I don't know if that's an accurate number or not, but that's what I was told. They raise over $400,000 during the event, before the basketball game, or at halftime, or after the game, or whatever. They come out with this big old check when everybody is expecting to see $100,000 check to give to charity. The check says $75,000. $75,000. What happened to the other $25,000? So my first thing was, oh, he just did this as a tax write-off or something like that, because that's what happens when you get rich. They do a lot of charity events and stuff like that just to use as a tax write-off. So that's what I was thinking he was doing. He just wanted to throw this event together to use as a tax write-off. But how are you not going to donate the whole $100,000? Okay, when it comes to charities and getting toys for kids at the children's hospitals and everything like that, you need to keep your word. You can't say, I'm going to donate $100,000 to charity and then change your mind during the event and say, I'm only going to do $75,000, especially when it's charity. I mean, how can you be so stupid? Donate the $100,000. You got millions of dollars, man. Donate the $100,000. And apparently you just raised $400,000 for the basketball event. How are you going to not donate the $100,000? Okay. So he did get some heat about that. Now, I don't know if it was a lot of heat. I haven't heard a lot of heat about it, but that really ticked me off. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. You donated $75,000 when you've been talking about it nonstop on all your videos. Oh, $100,000, $100,000. And then come out with a big old check for 75. I'm going to keep that at the 25,000. I mean, come on, man. Keep your word. Keep your word. That's one thing I always say. Keep your word, especially when it comes to charity. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, so now boxing match happens. Nobody gets paid. So what else does he do? He wants to teach people on how to grow your YouTube channel, how to make money off your YouTube channel, how to start a business, and how to grow your business. He's going to start these courses where you could pay $7, a minimum of $7 to join this course, and he will teach you on how to become a millionaire. Okay. So, of course, his supporters, his subscribers, you got to remember, he's got 19 million of them, ended up signing up. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them signed up. And the website is trashed. It doesn't work. Nothing. There's no course, nada. He scammed them. He scammed his own subscribers.
In reality, like, you guys got scammed.
His own supporters. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Your own supporters, man. Your subscribers. I have 1,600 subscribers, and I love my subscribers to death. I really do. You know, I cherish my supporters. And you scammers? I think he just got too cocky. I don't think he remembers what it was like not having that support. I think maybe his channel blew up too fast or so. I don't know. But he was willing to screw over his own fan base. I mean, this kid, he took a big thing, a great thing. You know, the Ace Family YouTube channel was killing it. And he personally, by himself, destroyed it. And then he tried to blame it on the boxing match, how nobody got paid on, what's it called? LiveX Live. That was the company name. He tried to say they're the ones that collected all the money. They decided they didn't want to pay anybody. And I got together with all the fighters. We're suing them. Social Gloves is not bankrupt. You know, this is a guy that's getting sued for over $100 million. Social Gloves is bankrupt. He didn't pay anybody. He did not pay anybody. He partnered up with LiveX Live, and then screwed him over.
Streaming partner for that fighter. Yeah. What was exactly your role?
Yeah, so it started with, we were brought in after Austin and his team had, for some reason, Live Nation passed. They came to us and they asked us if we would distribute their event, right? If we would live stream it and distribute it, right? And we've live streamed and distributed, you know, the biggest music events in the world, from Rock in Rio for, 7 straight days for the last 5 years. Fabulous job of any social event ever done in history. So we became a partner in that as well. And when we realized that some of the pieces that Austin thought he could bring together, right, including sponsors and marketing, he just didn't have. We stepped in and we helped him out on the marketing side as well. Well, I mean, listen, there was only one investor really, sure, right, which was James Harding.
Okay.
Right. And James invested in what we were told is a senior position. So he really only had to generate, and he would get paid out off the first dollars of revenues, right, after some production costs and so on. So it looked like it was pretty easy sailing for him, to pay back James.
Okay.
Right. There's now some real debates and disputes as to what his position is. And We can't get for the life of us. They've refused to. Social Gloves, Austin has refused to share what they believe is the waterfall, right? So nobody can even try to figure out, who would be owed first, who would be owed second. We've tried everything under the sun and worked really, hand in hand with James's attorneys to help him get through that process. To help him get through that process. So he really didn't bring in any investors. He may have thought he was going to, but he was very cavalier in that deck. We told him that. We told him that it's going to take an awful lot to hit those, but it didn't matter. He didn't have to hit anywhere near those numbers, right? As you probably know, when you talk about promoting a boxing event or a UFC event, right? You don't need a giant number for it to be awfully successful and to really have a brand that Social Gloves could today, if he literally just accepted the truth instead of claiming that Hard Rock's lying about tickets and Ticketmaster's lying about hard tickets and Live by Live was lying about the pay-per-view, and PayPal, who's our partners, who's owned by eBay, is lying. If everyone wasn't lying and everyone just accepted the truth, which is it was an awfully, incredibly successful event. 136,000 tickets, right? Is a big number, right? And this is a first time ever event. And kind of everyone's talking about like 136,000 is a lot of tickets, but call anyone from UFC, call anyone in boxing, unless you have Mayweather or you have McGregor, this is a spectacular number. And the Social Gloves brand should have enormous value at the end of this. The IP has real value. And he's really destroying the value of that entity, right?
It's sad because this is a kid that really could have done a lot of greatness for a long, long time. When you have 19 million subscribers, that is extremely rare. You're up there with the Paul brothers. You're up there with To Get the Cheaters, with the Bounty Hunter D's, the, Patty Mayos. You're up there as, great YouTuber, which is extremely hard and extremely rare. Everybody starts a YouTube channel nowadays. Everybody's starting a podcast. Everybody wants to get into the pranks and stuff. There's so many of it that it's so much competition now. And he had it and destroyed it by himself. So now Jake Paul, Alex, what did I say? Alex, I was about to say Alex Rodriguez from the last video. Paul versus McBroom. Okay, so now these two are beefing right now. Okay, well, what happened was, apparently McBroom's wife, Catherine, was DMing Jake Paul. This is what Jake Paul said on the Impulsive podcast, that because they were once boys, they were friends. He was even on what's it called? On the Impulsive podcast, talking about how he bought the Lamborghini that the Paul brothers, basically made. So Austin decided to, basically get upset and say that the rumors were not true. I think they were true. So what Jake Paul do? He said that what he said is that Catherine McBroom is his side chick. Now, there was so many rumors going around about Austin McBroom cheating on Catherine with multiple girls, including Monica Bush. Okay.
You cheat on her every weekend? Does she know that you message every single girl on Instagram trying to get in their...
So I'm sure by the last video, you know exactly who I'm about to talk about. Anyway, so a couple months ago, I get a DM from him on Instagram, just asking me if he could send me stuff from his clothing brand, and I was like, of course. Like, I knew who he was. Like, I had never talked to a celebrity. Like, I was pretty new to doing like collabs and stuff at the time, so I was like, oh my gosh, he really just messaged me. Like, I was just like stoked. So here was our conversation on Instagram. I mean, it was just typical like collab DM. I did find it a little weird and unnecessary that he needed to text me afterwards. So we text, he asked, why are we meeting so late, Like, when he said spot in Malibu, I was like, what does that even mean? Spot? Like, restaurant? Like, what? But anyways, he picks me up in the blue Rolls Royce that everyone knows. So I'm like, okay, so it shouldn't be anything fishy. Like, he's not trying to be sneaky about it, whatever. And then where do we pull up? To a house. We're like not close together at all. And he like, it tells me like, come over and like lay with him. And I'm just like, hey, look, like, I'm really trying to do business. That's what I thought this was. Like for part 4 though. So he's like, no. Like, he kind of gets a little defensive and he's like, no, like, I got you. Like, we are going to do business. Like, this is business. I'm like, okay. So me being still like dumb and naive to the whole situation, we hang out again the next night. Only this time he asks me to Uber. But yeah, it was definitely the same spot. So like last time, I mean, he's talking about like me, kind of talking about business and like what we're going to do together, like as far as brand deals. So it ended up being the same scenario. He tries cuddling me again. And I'm like, look, I don't know what type of girl you think I am, but like, then he tries telling me that him and his wife aren't really together, all this other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to do part 5. Yeah, so him and his wife aren't really together. It's just for publicity, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like believing it. I'm just being naive, like as can be, just believing everything he's feeding me. And here's where I'm a little ashamed. We did end up doing the thing, okay? Don't judge me, but I did. So long story short, he's like, now I'm gonna be obsessed, blah, blah, blah. And he actually ended up paying me like $800 for one of the brands that he said he was gonna like hook me up with like ahead of time, which was really weird to me. So after what he does with girls and like all these other things, I was just like disgusted with myself, disgusted with him. So this is him asking me to hang out again, blah, blah, blah. I didn't. Definitely gonna have to do part 6. That's where the real tea is gonna be. This out. So this is after like, you know, various times of me like not responding or just like being short. And this top message says I live in LA now. I can't remember what was before that. But anyway, blah, blah, you can read it. The real kicker is this. It must have been bad for you because he would never talk about the fact that we did it on text. Being smart of him. But yeah, he said that. And then, nope, just bad for my morals because facts. It's still day, and here's the real proof that it's really him. I shouldn't have to prove myself to anyone, but since everyone thinks I'm capping, I'm gonna provide you with a little more. They wanted the Uber receipt. Here's the Uber receipt. There's my hotel. There's the house in Malibu. If you know California, you know that's Malibu. Why did I scribble the name out? I don't know. Honestly, I thought it was illegal. I also could just change any contacts. Here is proof that it's his actual Instagram. Here's our message. There you go. Here's this video again, proving that it's his actual Snapchat in case you forgot. And in no way am I trying to play some innocent victim and girls in the first place about business when in reality it's for something else. Cut me some slack.
Okay, so Monica Bush came out and said that Austin told her that they were just together, that Catherine and him were just together for publicity. It's not real. They're only doing it for the show and for this and that. And he ended up hooking up with Monica Bush. Now, Monica Bush came out and made a little video about everything that Austin said. And she actually reached out. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but she reached out to Catherine and let her know that, hey, he cheated on you with me. But apparently every time it's brought up to Catherine, when people are saying like, hey, he's a no good, he's cheating, he's doing this, doing that, she either ignores it or sticks up for Austin. So I don't know if it's just because of the money or she does love him to death that she doesn't want to believe it or what. But there's many reports that out in the open at the clubs and everything that he has cheated on Catherine many times. But apparently Catherine was cheating on him with Jake Paul. And a lot of people were trying to say, oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe it. I really do. Jake Paul was on the Impulsive podcast with Logan and the rest of the crew on Impulsive and said, she is my side chick. And he didn't even want to go into details of what they messaged about. He's like, yeah, we flirt, but I don't want to talk about what we talked about. You know, if he was making it up, he would just keep going like, oh, yeah, this and this and this and this and this and this and this. He would have kept going. He would have just made a bunch of stuff up. Apparently, he didn't want to talk about it at all. He just said, yes, she messaged me. Yes, we flirt. That's all I'm going to say pretty much. I was like, damn, like that is cool. So anyways, These two end up meeting up somehow. They run into each other. And they say, and Austin says after he beats Bryce Hall, because this is before the Bryce Hall fight, that Jake Paul is next. He said, quit fighting these UFC fighters. Now, when I saw these two together, Jake Paul is 10 times bigger than Austin. I didn't realize how big Jake Paul actually really is. He's a big guy. You know, everybody knows how big Logan is, but I didn't think Jake Paul was that big. He's actually pretty freaking big. And apparently they were going to fight right then and there. You know, Jake Paul was like, well, screw the ring. I want to beat his ass now. You know? And if you watch in the video that you'll see, Austin's like, man, we talked about this, man. Why are you talking about my family, man? We talked about this. We talked about this. Like, I think he told him something that they was supposed to say, he was supposed to say, or supposed to not say. I don't know. But Jake Paul just said, hey, man, you started it. I'm going to finish it. And then Austin kept calling him out. After I knock out Bryce, you're next. You're next. If these two got in the ring, Jake Paul would destroy Austin. I would say the fight would not go more than 2 rounds. I think Jake Paul would actually knock his ass out very fast. And I'm not trying to sit here and badmouth Austin. You know, he just made very poor decisions. And it's just really sad because you would think after the first couple bad decisions, you would stop. This kid is a bad habit. He's got some bad habits. You know, the show's called Bad Habits Kingdom. He definitely needs to come on this show. I would love to interview Austin McBroom. I'm going to try to reach out to him. I highly doubt I'll get a response, especially when he's got almost 20 million subscribers. That got screwed over, remind you. But I'm going to reach out to Austin McBroom to see if he'll let me do an interview with him on Bad Habits Kingdom. I'm not going to reach out to Jake Paul. I already know that ain't going to happen. But I'm going to reach out to Austin. I want to talk to him. I want to do an interview. Austin, if you see this video, me and my Bad Habits family would like you to come on this show and let me interview you. I would like you to be an open book. Answer every question that I ask. My subscribers and supporters will send me emails on what to ask you, and you answer. Whoa, sorry guys. And you answer everyone honestly. I'm a little try to. I hope Bounty Hunter D responds back because I'm gonna say, D, can you get this guy on a lie detector test? For real. It's like, man, how can you screw over your own supporters, dude? Your own subscribers. I just don't get it. So he ends up scamming his own fan base. He ends up cheating on his girl. He's getting, you know, he doesn't do the fighters or pay anyone for the boxing event. He doesn't do the charity. He screwed himself and screwing his family. But it gets worse. It gets disgusting. This guy was with, I think was it his little sister? Was it his little sister? Thumbs up. I mean, come on. You don't know. Was with, I think, his little sister. They were at the mall. They go inside Spencer's. Now, for those of you that don't know what Spencer's is one of those just stores that's just like, they got the craziest things in there. You know, they got the craziest lights. They got the craziest merchandise and a bunch of adult dirty things. I'll say that. The little girl was no more than 6 years old, and she wanted a sucker. He bought her a sucker in the shape of a penis.
What are you trying to get to? You love what? Oh, God. You don't need that. Come here. Show Catherine what you have in your hand. Show Catherine. Show her. She said it's a lollipop. Are you really making me buy this lollipop right now? You really want it? Yeah. Oh, God.
I want you to think about that for a second. He tried to make it as a joke. Really? That's a joke? How in the hell is that funny? What is going through your mind that you're going to buy a little girl a sucker in the shape of a penis. I get very upset about this because I have an 18-month-old daughter. And I think it's sickening. It is so sick. It's a shame what this guy has done. It really is. Now, do I think he cheats on his wife? Yes. Do I think he scammed his subscribers? Yes. Was he going to pay the $100,000 all along? No. This guy is just wrong in so many ways. That's why I want him to come on the show. He's got a bunch of bad habits. I want to talk to him about those bad habits. I want him to answer the questions I ask him. I want him to answer the questions that my subscribers want to ask him. Austin McBroom. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Me personally, I'm not a boxer. I did a little boxing when I was a lot younger. You know, I smoked cigarettes and everything. But Austin McBroom. My name is Kyle James from Bad Habits Kingdom. And I am calling your ass out for the ring. Now, I saw you in the video where you're talking to paparazzi saying if anybody wants to fight, let's do it. I am calling you out. Now, I know you're never going to see this video, so I know this fight would never happen, but I hope it does. I really do. I would love to box you, Austin McBroom. I would love to box you. And the bet would be for your subscribers, because they deserve a lot better than you, buddy. I would want the bet to be for your supporters, your subscribers, to come over to Bad Habits Kingdom, to the Bad Habits family, where we cherish our supporters and our subscribers, where we respect them and listen to them and respond back to their comments and respond back to the emails and listen to their advice when they leave comments. Not sit there and try to rip their money off. Austin McBroom, please box me. Please get me in the ring with you. Look at me. I'm out of shape. I'm completely out of shape. I would do whatever needs to be to get in the ring with you. But you want Jake Paul. Okay. Jake Paul is going to knock your ass out. Guaranteed. Jake Paul would knock you out in 2 rounds. Guaranteed. Now, Bad Habits family, what do you guys think about all this? You know I don't do videos like this, but when I saw this, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Now, you guys probably know who he is. I mean, the Ace Family YouTube channel is huge. But what do you think? Do you think the kid's just, in a bad place mentally? Do you think he's just got the power got to his head, the money got to his head, the fame got to his head? What do you think happened to make him try to rip everybody off? Or do you think he's just a crook? He's just a cold person that really doesn't give a shit. The reason why I say that is because how he did the $75,000 and giving a little girl a sucker that's the shape of a penis. I don't know. But that's going to be it for this video. I will be doing a follow-up on this video. I'm sorry, guys. I know it wasn't, real long. I wanted to do an hour tonight, honestly, but I got to get up for work. I'm training for management. So tonight, that's going to be it. It is a wrap. Bad Habits family, I love you guys so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. Like I said, if you would like to help donate to get toys for the kids at the Children's Hospital here in Las Vegas, go to the GoFundMe account in the link below. If not, it's totally okay. they will still get some, and I still say that it's from all of us. And if you would like a free Bad Habits Kingdom t-shirt, let me know. The black and purple ones, these ones right here, we will be ordering more on the weekend of the 17th, and they should be in probably the 1st of October. So go ahead and email me at badhabitsking@gmail.com, and I will make sure you get one. And definitely check us out on TikTok. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I choked 100 times tonight. TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple, the whole nine, guys. Go ahead and subscribe and follow us. We definitely need to get our TikTok up. We're only at 100 followers right now on TikTok. We had to make a new account. It used to be Bad Habits Kingdom 0000, but now it's only Bad Habits Kingdom. That's it. Bad Habits Kingdom. Go ahead and subscribe and follow on TikTok, Apple, Spotify, Google, the whole nine, guys. And we got a lot more videos coming on. We actually have our first guest coming this week. She is a real comedian, stand-up comedian, 2-time award winner, Miss Comedian, Miss King. She is amazing, really funny. I'm so excited. So definitely I'll let you guys know when that video will be released. We're going to be recording it this week, so it should be released probably early next week, and I'll let you guys know. Definitely let me know how you feel about Austin McNichols, on what's going on with him, and how you think about him in the Jake Paul fight, if that fight does take place. And if you can, try to reach out to Austin as well and say to get me in the ring with him. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. You guys have a great night, and tune in next time. Love you guys. Yeah, baby.